Augustana Sportscene on UTV is brought to you by Sanford Health, improving the human condition, and by Schoenemann's, your trusted building center since 1888. Augustana Sportscene is also brought to you by the Argus Leader. Miss a day, miss a lot.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of Augustana Sportscene here on UTV and worldwide on the web at goaugie.com. I'm Bill Gross, Athletic Director at Augustana College. On today's show, we'll feature some exciting action as we fire up our Augustana Sports Update. We'll also talk Augie men's basketball with Coach Tom Billiter and women's basketball with Coach Dave Krauth. A little later in the program, in our Augie Sports Focus, we'll catch up with outstanding junior women's basketball guard Megan Doyle. And we'll take a look at what's ahead on the Augustana Sports calendar for this week. It's going to be a great show, so let's get things rolling. Here comes Augie Sports Update for this week.
Augie Sports Update is brought to you by Schoenemann's.
Last weekend, Coach Dave Krauth's Augustana women's basketball team claimed 2 NSIC victories as they defeated the University of Mary 85-81 in overtime and knocked off Northern State 73-51. Both games were at the Elman Center. In the Mary win, the Vikings got out to a 39-25 halftime lead, but the Marauders came storming back. In overtime, the Augie ladies made their plays they needed to pick up the win. The Vikings had balanced scoring with Megan Doyle tallying 18 points, Christy Board 13, Faith Tinklenberg 11, and Tessa Wilka 10. Doyle also led Augie in rebounds with 7, while Molly Hayes was the assist leader, also with 7. In the Northern victory, Molly Hayes led the way with 16 points and 7 assists. Christy Board added 14 points, while Alex Feeney scored 12 and hauled down 7 rebounds. Freshman Lydia Nelson also had 7 rebounds. In men's basketball, Coach Tom Billiter's team split a pair of NSIC games at the Elman Center. The Vikings fell to the University of Mary 63-49, but then came back to defeat Northern State 82-77. In the Mary loss, Augie was ice cold as they made just 20 of 63 shots for a frigid 31% shooting percentage. David Foster scored 12 points for the Vikings, with Cody Schilling adding 10. Derek DeZao was tough on the boards as he corralled 12 rebounds. In the win over Northern, Cody Schilling led the way with 21 points. Elliot Thomas was the rebound leader with 5, while Jordan Dalton was top in assists, also with 5. In football, Coach Brad Salem's team dropped a 34-21 battle to Missouri Western in the 44th Annual Mineral Water Bowl in Excelsior Springs, Missouri. Missouri Western forced the Vikings into a number of turnovers, which paved the way to their victory. Augie touchdowns came on an 81-yard scoring bomb from Luke Butler to Sam Holson, a 2-yard run by Adam Diamond, and a 1-yard plunge by Luke Butler. Nate Mahone led the Viking ground game with 84 yards in 14 carries. Sam Holson was the leading receiver with 4 catches for 144 yards. Defensive leaders for Augie were Brandon McMichael and Chris Janish, who each had 13 tackles. In wrestling, Coach Jason Reitmeyer's team competed at the Minnesota State Moorhead Open. Augie had 5 wrestlers place in the top 5 at the meet. Those 5 were Jay Shearer at 141 pounds, Marcus Edgington at 157, Carl Sirk at 174, and Nate Herta and Chisholm Fink at 149. The Vikings now are ranked number 1 in the Northern region and number 7 in the nation. And in indoor track, Coach Tracy Hellman's men's and women's teams got their season rolling by competing at the Minnesota Mankato Open. Both teams had strong performances, with Caitlin Polgreen winning the mile run for the ladies and Brian Werner leading the way with a second-place finish in the 800-meter run for the men. That's our sports update for this week. When we come back, we'll talk Augie men's basketball with Coach Tom Billiter. Stay with us.